Welcome, everyone, to episode number 72 here on the Proven Knowledge Podcast. This is the Creator Series. Today, I welcomed an Inglewood, California native. His name is JB. He's a producer. He's worked with the likes of SOB, RBE, Benny the Butcher, Audio Push, and his cousin actually is Hit Boy. And he talked about the story when he produced the track Vroom from Hit Boy's Tony Fontana mixtape, which had Young Pinch and O3 Greedo on it. And he talked about the story on how that was kind of his first real placement at a time where a lot of things weren't going very well for him. We talked about how he got his start around the age of 24, around 7 years ago, when he went to an LA school for music and everything, and how, really even when you start late in music, or, quote unquote late, whatever people decide is late, it really doesn't matter, because it's one of those career things where you really don't have to be any age to start it and be good at it and make a real, impact at it. And I've been impressed just from watching him, on social media and through the different songs he's been able to work on, that he's had a lot of progression already in such a short amount of time, getting to work with a lot of cool people. He revealed that he's got a song with Hit and Chasing Cash coming out very soon, with a video and everything as well. So I'm looking forward to that. He talked about his plans for the future, really just what he's going through now to kind of get to where he wants to be, being able to take care of his family and provide for them. I thought that was, very great how he spoke about them in the episode, and I can tell he just really cares about, the journey that he's on. So I wish him all the best, and I appreciate him for taking time out of his day to join me. So without further ado, let's get into the episode. All right, welcome everyone to episode number 72 here on the Proven Knowledge Podcast. This is the Creator Series. Today we have a really dope producer. Really love this guy's sound. Inglewood native, LA native. He's produced for SOB, RBE, Benny the Butcher, Audio Push, many more. JB is here. How are you, man?
All right, man. Appreciate you letting me be on your show today, bro.
Yeah, man. I think I've been following you for the last 3 or 4 years now, so I figured, why not get you on here, get to know a little bit more about you and your story and everything. And we usually have the guest, to start out the show, just kind of give a little bit of background, how you got into music. I know that you have music ties in your family and everything, so I'm curious for you, how did that all get going for you?
Well, to be honest, that's crazy, man, because I knew you was going to ask me this question, and I definitely thought about this question. Pretty much, it was influenced from not only my cousin being a Hit Boy, but, my father was a part of a group called True, an old R&B group. If you knew about that group, it was real heavy in the late 80s, early 90s. And even, then, knowing that, I still grew up playing basketball. I'm from Inglewood, California, bro. So, really it's either playing sports or you game bang, bro. For real. That's what it is, man. Or you doing music, and some of us found music early. I found it late, man. I didn't start doing music till 24, bro. Till I was 24 years old. And it happened kind of it was a reaction to a death of a close friend, bro, that made me be like, you know what, I'm about to get into music. Because that friend that I lost, rest in peace, my boy Rasan Hamilton, man, that's my boy, man. He wanted to be a producer, and I remember before I started producing, man, he used to make little tapes and stuff, and he'd be like, man, you think you could send this to your cousin for me? You thinking? I used to be like, yeah, man, just give it, man, put it on he used to put it on a little CD, man. That's how long ago it was, you know what I mean? So, yeah, when he kind of passed away, man, it kind of just, kind of struck something, man, in me. So I text my cousin, Hit Boy, and I was like, hey, man, I want to do music, I want to do what you do. I want to get that type of sound. I want to just make people feel good, like how your music make people feel good. And his advice to me was to get into school. So I checked into LA recording school. And I walked in not knowing anything about music, but that I loved it. And I heard it differently than a lot of people. I did understand that. But I checked into school not really knowing much about music, man, and my teachers they were dope. They were dope, man. And now 7 years later, I'm I'm sitting in rooms with dope artists, man. I get to watch some of the best creations in the world, and I get to be a part of some dope shit, man.
Yeah, man. Well, like I said, just for the last like 3 or 4 years, I've seen just your progression. I can tell you got a lot more going on now and everything. So great for you. I didn't know any of that backstory either, so that's quite incredible. That's how you got into it and everything. So that's awesome.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, man. So I'm not sure if you use like FL Studio or what you're using, but I'm curious to know.
I actually use Logic.
Oh, you're a Logic guy. Okay.
Yeah.
So for you,
I am able to use FL as well.
Yeah.
But I just go Logic.
Nice.
That's what I was taught in school, and I learned to kind of perfect it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm good. But I do want to switch to FL. I do want to switch to FL. I'm not gonna lie.
See, I didn't know if you were FL or not, because I was like, I know
I
like a lot of people
love
use
FL,
it.
man. Like when I create some beats with my homeboys that use FL, man, it'd be a fun experience for me, man. I love FL, dude.
So in Logic, then, how do you usually get ideas started? Are you more of a melodies guy first, or are you drums first? Like, does that not really matter to you?
Melodies first.
Yeah.
Normally, that's my norm, but I would say it don't matter. But just being honest with you, I usually start off with melodies first, and then I just create off of that. I tweak the melodies, man. I do so much to the melodies, though it don't even sound like nothing that it started off with at first. You know what I mean? It don't even sound like the original melodies, so I'll be chopping them and doing. I like samples too. I love samples, man. I love samples, dude. I love an old school sample, man. I love pianos too. Piano melodies are my favorite.
Oh yeah.
In all type of keys, man. But I'm noticing the guitar is what's going on right now.
That's
people
like the most all that acoustic guitar
sound for sure.
Yeah, all that Juice WRLD Polo G type sound. Yeah.
Man, rest in peace, Juice WRLD, man. He was dope.
Yeah, no doubt. Like, I don't know, it's kind of interesting. I've always had respect too for people that can do the drums first. Like, I don't know how people build around drums. I've never been able to do that. Like, it's crazy.
I've seen people do it, and I've been amazed. It's not difficult, because then, all right, in a sense, because sometimes I didn't made a melody and then made the drums, and then I didn't scratch the whole melody and then just listen to the drums and made another melody like that. Sometimes it just matters, but starting it off like that, I don't know how people do that either, man. That's different, man, but it's cool. And what's different to me too, man? People that make beats on Pro Tools. Yo, if you make beats on Pro Tools, shout out to you. Like, straight up, man. If you make beats on Pro Tools, man, you the shit, dude, because that takes a lot of patience. I watched somebody do it, and I was like, I would never, ever.
Yeah, because when I think of Pro Tools, I just think of mixing, you know what I mean? Like, I think of just pulling the stems in there and the engineer's doing his thing. I don't think of just, like, sitting down.
I've seen it. I've seen it done. I was like, this is insane.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, I'm just an FL guy. I keep it simple. I'm not, like, I might learn another one day, but I gotta stick to what I know, you know what I mean? But
hey, man, stick to FL, bro. FL is dope. I don't care what nobody say about FL, man. Ableton is cool too, though. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. I got friends that use Ableton, and they go crazy. Yeah. I like Ableton. Ableton is like a faster FL to me, in my opinion.
It's kind of weird because I've had this urge to like start picking up MPC as well, just to try it out and see like how
you're not alone. You're not alone.
Something about it, I'm just like, it looks so cool.
I love MPC.
Yeah, it just looks so cool. I'm like, I kind of just want to try it and just see how it goes.
It's kind of easy, man. Like, you just chop it up on the MPC, and then whatever you press, man, that shit's dope. I like the MPC.
Yeah. But I looked at those prices. I'm like, damn, I gotta save up for that.
But, this ain't no cheap area that we're in, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
This costs money, man. Even FL costs like $300, $400.
It's kind of funny though, because my brother, he's a photographer, and he always tells me the prices of his equipment and things like that. And I look at a career like that, and I'm like, damn, we actually have it kind of good, because their shit is absurd.
Because like movies and photography, like, dude, they're spending a pretty penny.
Yeah. He usually has to rent gear because he can't really afford to buy buy the actual gear out. So
that's typical. Yeah, you can't. It's hard to buy that stuff, man.
Yeah.
Unless you Steven Spielberg or
yeah, or freaking God, who's the guy? Nolan, Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, no doubt.
Jordan Peele.
Yeah, exactly. So you obviously mentioned, your dad was in troupe and everything, and that was obviously a whole thing coming up for you. So I'm interested, I'm assuming he was a big influence on you coming up musically, but who else? Any other artists that you listened to when you were growing up that were like huge influences?
Man, Jay-Z, Biggie, Lil Wayne, of course, bro. Man, I used to love 3-6 Mafia, dude. Love. I have a lot of South influence music, man. Zero. Man, I used to listen to Mike Jones, Paul Wall. Man, bro. T.I. Jeez, man. I had a real segment of my life, dude, where it was like, is this guy from the West Coast or where is he from? Because it was like I was listening to nothing but Southern music, bro. Doing the Dougie, I was finding, man. I was that guy, man. That's my era, man. The jerk music and the Dougie music era, man. That's me, dude. I love the South Trick Daddy, man. I used to love Master P, Silk the Shocker, Snoop Dogg, Mystical, man. Guys is great, man.
Yeah.
Guys is great.
Is there anyone that you'd say is like a dream collaboration? Like if you could do a song for any of those people?
Right now, bro, of course Jay-Z.
Oh,
of course, bro. Of course. That's like I think there's no producer alive that doesn't want to produce a song for Jay-Z. I can guarantee you that.
It's funny because like Hit did 2 Nas albums, right? Now everyone's saying like he should do a Jay-Z album. I'm like, I can't even imagine how fucking crazy that would be.
That would go so crazy, bro. That would be dope. Definitely would love to do some shit for Nas too, bro. Yeah. That would be dope.
Yeah. Well, if they do this part 3 they're talking about, you might be a part of it. You never know.
Hey, man.
Like,
I'm around it enough. Shit.
Yeah. That'd be crazy. So, out of all the songs you've done so far, do you have like a favorite that you kind of remember the process, or maybe something that, like a story that stuck out?
I would have to say Vroom, probably, man, because that process for that song with Hit featuring Young Pitch and 03 Greedo, man, it was just, I just remember the type of, because man, as a producer, bro, we don't start off rich, most of them start off struggling, just poor, broke, shit, let me be real, man, so it was crazy because I didn't make that beat in the studio, man. I was literally, at that time, bro, I was shacking up with my cousin. I was sleeping on the couch. And I had a speaker, bro, a little portable speaker. Listen, man, this is crazy. I used to have a whip, bro. I used to have a Toyota Avalon. The reason for this speaker was because my radio wasn't working, bro. That's how well I was doing in life at the time. And so I used to take the speaker everywhere with me, bro. And this is when I first, this is the first couple years into me making beats, But I was just so driven, man, because I used to see how hard my cousin worked. And he'll still let me come around, and I was still learning, but I would make beats on the side. I wasn't granted that studio time that I wanted back then, like I am now. You know what I mean? And so I was home, sitting on the couch, man. I just plugged the speaker up, and I just pulled up that little melody. I like loops, bro. I'll be using a lot of loops. So, shout out to looperman.com, man. They shit. they helped me get my first big placement, man. I just pulled up that little melody from Vroom, man, and I just started creating, bro. I sent it to my cousin, at the time he was working on this album, Tony Fontana, and he was just like, "Man, this shit is dope, bro. Send me the files." Like immediately he hit me back, and I was like, and he was like, "Yeah, man, I'm gonna help you, you know, do a couple things with this, and we gonna get it right." I'm like, "Damn, this is dope, man. What the fuck?" Like, and then I hear, I hear him rap on it, and I'm like, "Oh, this is crazy. Like, this is happening." Then he sent me a version with pitch on it, and I'm like, "Oh, damn, this is hard." Then, a little bit before the album about to drop, he like, "Hey, we got Greedo on there too." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Man, hell no." And he sent me that version, and I'm like, "Damn, bro, this shit is dope." And that ended up being my first album placement in my career, bro.
Yeah. I think what I love that most about that song is that it's like Greedo and Pinch especially are two pretty different artists. Like, you might not expect them to be on a record together, and like how he brought it all together, I was like, that's great.
I think Hit is really good at that.
Yeah.
Putting artists on records that nobody really expect, because people didn't expect him to produce a song for Blue Bloods Clan and Quavo. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? Like, people didn't expect that, bro. That shit go crazy.
Yeah, that was Little League, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that one. It's like a hardcore trap type beat, like it.
Yeah.
He's got that diversity. That's what I've always liked about him, honestly, is just like he'll just flip styles on a dime.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
But it's all so good. Like, it's like how? But crazy. But for you, like, just that moment, I can imagine, just for you, that was kind of probably like a breath of fresh air for you, because like you said, at that time, it was like, it wasn't the easiest. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that time, I got two moments like that. That time, and then the time where I did Lost in It All for Quentin Miller. At that time, that was like, I'm not gonna lie, bro, before I actually met and got to know Quentin Miller, I was like a big Wedding Crashers fan, bro. Like, and as I got to know him, I sat down and I told him this, like, while we was in the studio working, and he was like, "Damn, that's crazy." I'm like, "Yeah, bro, no." I'm like, "Bro, no. I used to, like, when I first started making beats and I didn't know him yet, like, I used to be sitting listening to Wedding Crashers all the time, and I used to tell the homies, like, man, bro, it'll be tight as hell to do a song for this dude, because he hard, you know what I'm saying?" And then you started seeing his progression, and then it's like, yeah, I really want to do some shit with this dude right here, like. So I remember I gained a relationship with him, and I started chopping it up with him, and we started talking about doing some stuff together. And I just started texting him beats, man, texting him all kinds of shit. Man, they'll tell you, bro, I'm good at that, man. I'll text somebody at 2, 3 in the morning some beats, man, like 3, 4 beats, man, just randomly, man. So I was just texting them beats. And one random morning, I just woke up, checked my phone, and he was like, he liked the beat, and he was like, he was like, "Today is the day." And I was like, "Oh shit, this is crazy." He was like, "Send me the files to this beat right here." And then he ended up cooking up the song, sent it back to me, and put a little shout out at the end, which ended up turning into, I ended up chopping that up, and that ended up being my first tag. You feel me? So that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Quentin's one of those artists, I feel like when he drops, you'll know, but like, I feel like he's one that takes his time on kind of what his vision is, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like he's kind of in that process right now. I feel like he's probably tucked away, working on a lot of stuff, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he has when he comes
out. Yeah, bro, everybody's working, man. Yeah. Everybody's working, bro. Yeah, for sure. We're all working, dude. We're all working.
Yeah. So, in the past, like, year or so, obviously, everyone's gone through the pandemic and things like that. For you personally, is there anything that's kind of been like a hurdle or something you've had to get over that kind of might have been a roadblock, and maybe you had to kind of work through it, or
Uh,
anything like
when the
that?
pandemic had first hit, you know, just work was kind of short, man. So it was kind of like I just had to figure it out.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was some rough times, bro. It was some rough times, and that was really the main hurdle. And I just had to figure out how to get more income.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Because like I'm not signed. I'm doing everything not on my own, so to speak. Because I do get help. I get a lot of help, and I do get a lot of love from my surf club family. You feel me? Shout out to surf club. Um, I do get a lot of help, but man, when it comes to spending money, you gotta invest in yourself, man. You gotta be willing to do it, especially if you love what you do and it's what you want to do for a long time. So I was taking some hits, man. I was taking some hits, bro, and it was hurting, dude, because it was like, man, I can barely provide for myself right now, let alone my kids and all that. So I just had to figure out how to make more income, and I ended up finding another job. I'm always, my friends will tell you, man, I'm always someone that I'm gonna figure out how to keep a couple of incomes, man. I'm gonna stay with a job, man, until this dream hit. For real, and I don't need to do it no more, man. I'm a firm believer in doing what I have to do until I'm able to do what I want to do.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's just what it is, bro. It's the real life of it, bro. Like, ain't no shame in it, man. Ain't no shame in it, bro. Yes, I do music. Yes, I'm related to Hit Boy, but no, I'm not signed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have a label behind me right now. I'm my label. You know what I mean? Like, I do everything for myself. So I had to figure that out, bro, and I had to do things and find ways to make more money, and I did. And I started making little plays and start investing in myself and doing things that's going to be lucrative for me in the future. Because it ain't just about right now. Like I said, I got kids, bro, so I gotta make sure they all right too for whatever I do, though.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with everything you just said, honestly, and I think it's like everybody, eventually they want to do music as their full thing, but it's like you have to understand where you're at a point in time, and everyone has responsibilities, everyone has things they got to take care of. So it's like you said, there's no shame in that at all. If you have to have a job, you have to have a job. That's reality. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
man,
you gotta do what you
work
gotta do.
out here, man.
So yeah,
Ain't no just sitting around
exactly,
playing video games all day,
exactly.
thinking money just gonna fall in your lap or just a deal gonna fall in your lap. It ain't gonna happen like that because first of all, ain't nobody gonna notice you if you sitting in the house all day.
Yeah. I think the funniest thing for me is like I'm 24 now, so when I was in high school, I don't think I understood how things kind of work, and like that you have to have a job and do all this stuff.
Right.
And like now I have kids coming up to me and they're like talking about all this stuff, and I'm just like, you have no idea what you're in for. Like
Man,
you really don't know yet, but you'll
know.
know.
I started doing music. I checked into LA recording school at your age. At your age, I'm 31 now. At your age, bro, and it's a process, man. People may be like, oh, well, he started late and all that. I don't care, cause I had other passions, man. I was a hooper. You couldn't tell me nothing at first, man. I thought I was going at least overseas at the bare minimum. You know what I mean? And my passion switched, and shoot, I think I'm making good strides. 7 years later, I'm still young. 31 ain't old, so I know what you mean by what you experiencing too right now, because I kind of been through it, man. I was going through it with man, bro. I used to leave school and catch the bus to work right after school. I'm talking about like, all right, last class of engineering is done, so now I'm all right, y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow in the morning. straight to the bus. You know what I mean? And getting on the bus, catching the bus for an hour to get to work and work, and then go home, take care of my family. You know all this, man. And I was doing that at 24. You know what I mean? I started early, man. I had my daughter when I was 21. 21, yep, 20, yep. I was actually, yep, when I turned 21, she was already 2 months old. She was already here.
Crazy. Yeah, that's a lot of life to live early on too. So I feel like even just where you're at now, it's like you've been through a lot already, but you understand, the work ethic it takes to do this. So it's like I don't see a reason why, it's not going to work out for you even more going forward. And I think the thing about music is like you're never too old to begin. You know what I mean? Like it really doesn't matter. So that's the beauty of it.
And you're never too old to keep going.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I
You're
love
never
about
too
it the
old to
most.
make money either.
That's always a good thing too. Yeah, no doubt.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? If it's lucrative for a long time, why stop doing it?
Yeah, exactly. So, is there maybe a piece of advice that you've been given about, being a producer, about being in music that you would say has been very vital to you so far? Maybe something you'd want to tell someone that is trying to get into kind of the same field?
Literally, bro. It's very simple, bro. Like, work your ass off and expect nothing, bro. Straight out. That was the best advice, bro, because I went through a period of time, bro, where I was doing a lot of work and I was expecting to get paid for everything that I was doing. And then I found out that, it doesn't work like that. It works like it has to get placed. You know what I mean? And that's the vital key that people don't understand. It's like, yeah, you shooting these people these beats. You sending these people all these beats and you know all these people, but you feel like you're supposed to be getting paid if you hear them do a song and they send it to you. But that's just like ear candy, you know what I mean? Like, if they don't place it, you're not getting paid for anything. They're not getting paid for putting it out, so you know what I mean. You're not getting paid for it, so it's like you can't always expect something anytime you do something. You know what I mean? And it's like, man, that was the best thing I ever could have heard, bro, because it just helped me more. It just helped me learn to focus more on just creating the music, bro. Because we as creators, any type of creator, rapper, artist, producer, engineer, whatever, we can get so focused into chasing the bag that we fall out of love with the craft. You feel what I mean? And that once we do that, then it's like it's pointless, man. You know what I mean? Money's great, bro. Don't get me wrong, man. Making the money's good, bro. We all want that end result. But if that's the only thing you want out of it, you don't need to be doing it. You need to find something you love to do, because you're gonna disrespect it. You know what I mean?
That's the worst thing too, is when you let that cloud why you started in the first place. You didn't start thinking about the money. You started because you love what you're doing. You know what I mean? That goes for anything. So it's like,
exactly, bro. I started 9 times out of 10, you start off broke. It ain't even about the money, man. You start off as a child. Most of us, because even though I did mention that I was an athlete most of my life, man, I also did play the piano as a child. And my grandfather, he used to take me to piano lessons, and I actually played in a few recitals and in competitions. And but I got older and I got more into the sports. And my grandfather was like, well, whatever he want to do, I'm with him. So, he was taking me to football practice, basketball practice, baseball practice. But I did used to play the piano, man. So, the piano was one of my first loves. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, you just got to stick to what you love, man. Like, you know what I mean? That's the problem with a lot of it. We just for the bag, man. We just want the money, man. We want the green, man. We want to have more money than the next person. It's like, man, man, you need to be doing this for the love too.
Yeah.
Don't forget about that.
Because I feel like, honestly, the people that last the longest are the people that are still running out of passion as well. Like even if they have that business,
the craft.
Even if they have the business mind, they still are doing it because they really love what they're doing. So, totally agree with that.
Yeah,
Everything
man,
you said,
agree with you.
I agree with that. So obviously, you know, I remember you put out like a tape a couple years ago, and I think you dropped a song with Audio Push this year and everything. So what else? Do we know of anything else that's coming in the next few months that you could speak on? Maybe
man,
you don't want to jinx it, obviously,
bro. I got some shit coming out, man. So I actually got Surf Club rapping on a beat. So I got hit
Chasing Cash.
I got hit Chasing Cash rapping on the beat with my feature on one of my brothers, Book. Man, so that shit's gonna be lit. We shot the video for it already, so I'm actually putting all that together now, man. So be on the lookout for that, bro. That's gonna be dropping real soon, man. Real soon.
Yeah, because I think I saw like end of June you guys were shooting the video and like teasing and everything. I'm like, oh damn, this is gonna be crazy. So.
Yeah, man, it's about to be lit, bro. I promise you, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Where can fans find you on social media? I know you're on Instagram. Are you on anything else?
I'm on Twitter as well. Man, I gotta go. Let me see. My Twitter is. Oh yeah, okay. I changed it so much over the years, bro. I had to go look at it and see what. So it's at Inglewood_JB, but it's INGLEWXXD capital JAY and then a capital B.
Nice. Yeah, Twitter's just one of those things, man. It's like I feel like mine just exists, like, and I post the same things I post on like Instagram. It's just not. I don't know. It's weird. Twitter's weird.
Yeah, Twitter. Twitter's funny though, man. I like Twitter.
Twitter is wild. Yeah.
It still lets a lot of stuff slide. Instagram is getting whacked now, man.
Instagram has been really bad for at least the last couple years. Ever since Facebook bottom, I'm just not a fan.
Yeah, all these updates they've been doing, dude, it's just been real trash lately, man.
Yeah, I'm ready for like 10 years from now what we're gonna end up getting in the place of all this stuff, because I know like it's gonna change, but I don't know.
You see the robots is already.
Oh my God, yeah.
Getting into effect, man.
Elon's giving us the robots, and I don't know what Zuckerberg's gonna give us next, but I don't know. It's wild. So last few questions here for you, and then we can wrap it up. 10 years ago, if you could give yourself any advice or maybe not change anything at all, what do you think you would do?
Honestly, I wouldn't change anything at all. Everything that I've been through over the last 10 years has made me who I am today, bro. And I'm proud of who I am today, man. I'm not perfect. I'm still getting better, but I have definitely made a lot of progress, bro. Maybe I would have made a couple of smarter decisions, but it's like, I mean, who cares, bro? I was young. Like, I didn't kill anybody. I've never been to jail. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm not a nice guy, but I never, I've never had my mother worrying like, oh my God, justice been gone. I've never ran away from my home. Like, you know what I mean? Like, shit was cool at the crib, bro. I just still enjoyed what I enjoyed when I was coming up. You know what I mean? And I still did like to live life on the edge as a youngster. You know what I mean? And, you know, I say that without going into so many details. I had a lot of fun as a young kid, man. And I learned a lot, especially because, you know, I can't say that changed anything in the last 10 years because my daughter's 10 years old. You know what I mean? And it's like she helped me learn a lot. Just having her, and then I had a son. You know what I mean? And even before I had my daughter, when I was with her mother already had 2 kids that I was taking care of and helping her, and even after me and their mother stopped talking, I still embraced those kids as well as my daughter. You know what I mean? So, like, I did a lot, man. I made a lot of mistakes as well. You know what I mean? But I learned from them. And some mistakes I maybe not learned from them the first time, but I ended up learning from them. And, it just helped me. The things that I've been through taught me how to just be the man that I am today, bro. Like I said, I'm not perfect, man, but I'm definitely better than what I was 10 years ago, man. I wouldn't change a damn thing, man. I had fun. I don't regret anything I've done. I don't believe in living life with regrets, dude. Yeah, man, you just gotta learn from it.
Yeah, exactly. So 10 years from now, then, where do you think you want to be? Where do you envision yourself in your career and in your life, you think?
Fuck, man, somewhere on a hill chilling, dude. Honestly, man, 10 years from now, man, I want to be, I want to have a few things, a few artists on my checklist definitely checked off. Definitely would, like to be in a better financial space, start a few businesses. I've been, I got a few things in mind, I've been having some plans, cooking up. So, 10 years from now, man, dude. And it sounds, it's crazy. It sounds like so far, but it's so quick. So quick, bro.
Yeah, it'll be here before we know it, you know what I mean?
Man, I feel like I just was turning 21, bro. I'm 31 now. And my homies and my cousins be calling me old and stuff now. I'm like, damn, I'm at that age. Yeah, man. So 10 years from now, bro, definitely will have progressed. A few platinum plaques, some Grammys. You know what I mean?
Hopefully the Jay-Z one in there. You never know.
Jesus.
Man.
Come on, man. Say it again, dude. Come on. I need that good energy, man. Hell yeah, dude. Shit, man.
Yeah. So do you have any final words of wisdom today for the listeners?
Man. Honestly, man, with these times we going through, man, everybody just, man, y'all stay prayed up. If y'all believe in God or whatever your higher power y'all believe in. And, stay familyed up. No fighting, man. Don't be doing all this fighting with each other. This is the time we all need to be loving each other, man, for real. Straight out, man. Man. And keep your mind focused on the grind. You know what I mean? Keep your mind focused on the grind, dude. Don't get distracted. It's easy to get distracted out here, especially with all this shit that's going on, dude. It's a lot easier now than I feel like it was easy for me when I just started doing music 7 years ago. It's so much stuff, man. There's COVID and this and these wars. The war's about to start back up and shit, man, all this stuff that's going on back in the Middle East, and it's just like, there's just all kinds of distractions going on, man. Just, man, just tell the people, man, just pay attention, man, to what's really going on. Keep your mind focused. Don't fall into all this worldly stuff going on. Stay with what you got going on.
Well, Jay, man, that's all I have for you. Thank you for the time. Thank you for, being a guest today. And, I'm looking forward to all the music you got coming out soon and everything you got planned for the future, man. I could tell you're really passionate about, what you're doing. And I wish you all the best of luck, man.
Man, I appreciate you having me, man. And I appreciate all the love, man. Respect, bro.
Thanks, guys, for listening today. That was episode number 72. We'll be back this time next week. As always, hit the support button on your podcast streaming platform if you'd like to send any funds. And feel free to leave us that 5-star rating if you enjoyed today's episode. So we'll see you then. Thanks, guys.